let's get into it. Liverpool's summer has been maybe one of the most aggressive championship afterward summers of all time. We're getting close to it's going to be 300 million euros or whatever denomination you want to put it in. It's going to be 300 million. Crazy. Grant, what are your thoughts on Liverpool's start to the window?
Yeah, I mean, we use the word ambition a lot in the season. I think this is the epitome of it. We saw what happened in recent memory when they weren't very ambitious defending their title. A lot of other teams see that opening with City going back as they did, Arsenal not being there, waiting just for City to drop off. They understood that, yeah, even though they won the title, I mean, they didn't have that competition really pushing them all the way to the end. Salah towards the end kind of didn't keep up that first half pace, which again, I mean, he had 28 and 18. It was a crazy year from him. But they understand you can't just rely on him to be superhuman every year, especially as he's getting older and older. So they go and buy one of the best 10s in the world, reinforce at fullback. Allison, who's still up there and for me, top 3 in the world at goalkeeper. They have Mamardashvili coming in, who they got that done last year. But yeah, spending almost 300 million euros with Ekitike, who's coming in next. I'm surprised that they got this over the line as quick as they did, only because I was assuming one of Luis Diaz, Darwin Núñez, someone in the front line was leaving first, but I guess the Coutinho money's still alive and well. They got no problem spending the money, and I mean, good for them. It is a very ambitious window.
Like you said, their window, and we can go back to that, was just really, really good. I haven't seen this much ambition out of them. Obviously, they didn't spend really any money last summer, and then they just dropped 300 million on everyone else's heads in a league that was super competitive. So here we are. They got fees out of some guys. They're going to probably sell 1 or 2 more guys, would be my expectation.
Yeah, DS is that big one. I mean,
yeah.
I've been really confused by it because everything I see from Liverpool fans is they're more than happy to see him go. He's 28 years old, and they're rejecting outright pretty good money from big teams, almost pushing away interest. Find it a bit confusing. I actually like Gakpo on the left for them too, so I don't think they lose too much, especially if they get 80 million euros for him at his age. But that's really the big domino. I think Darwin's gone. I'm not sure where, but I think the writing's on the wall. Konate, I think Konate's probably gone next year on a free, though. I think Madrid are probably taking him next. So apparently Rodrigo's the dream signing for them. If they fucking sign him after all that they've done this window, they're the runaway favorites. They're runaway favorites.
Runaway. And I don't even know if competing with them at all.
Yeah, Rodrigo, Ekitike, Salah, Wirtz, front 4. That'd be scary. So we'll see.
We can kind of talk about it as we get into the lineup here, but my only concern with them in particular is they didn't do anything to kind of cover the defensive needs, I think, in the team.
Yeah, Gahey links disappeared.
I can't believe that they're not linked to anybody else. They got 2 very good fullbacks. Don't get me wrong. Frimpong and Kırkız are very good fullbacks, but they are attack-minded fullbacks.
Oh, absolutely.
And I honestly think that this team is best suited. Honestly, what it feels like on paper is some form of a 3-back, 5-back situation with the lack of kind of defensive players for me.
I think this is just the new wave of you see what City did in the Club World Cup, just very high and wide fullbacks, compact in the middle. It's another tactical trend, right? We saw fullbacks or center backs at fullback a few years ago. Thankfully, that's gone. But I think that might be the next thing because, Kwanzaa squad player, but he's gone. So it's Joe Gomez, Konate, who I think is gone next year, and Van Dijk.
And Van Dijk is how old is Van Dijk?
Matip's gone, right? Yeah. I mean, I think he's 33.
So
still looked very good last year, but again, to your point, building for the future, I would be surprised if they didn't bring in a center half. Yeah, so that might be their business. Gahey, the links have went completely dry. He has a year left on his contract. Other teams need defenders.
I have no idea why he's the one center back that hasn't been kind of linked
Yeah,
to
we
any of
went
the.
after him in January really hard. I think Newcastle went after him really hard last summer. Liverpool seemed to have went after him early in the window, and that's just kind of dissipated. I'm not sure, but maybe they cannot.
Yeah.
Say leaves on a
Oh,
free, they get Gahey on a pre-contract. Who knows? But I think that's the next thing to address, or again, midfield cover, because
yeah,
those guys played a lot of games here.
they did. And also, I think that with the idea of going so forward thinking and forward pressing, when I think of Gravenberch and McAllister, I don't necessarily see them as ball playing midfielders. I don't know if that's like an incorrect way of looking at it. I think Gravenberch can eat ground for a living, and so can McAllister. But I don't think their like specialized trait is like pinging the ball all over the park, which I don't know if that's like just Wirtz dropping in deeper and that's how they're going to figure it out. But I don't know. This feels like,
held his own. He did really good last year for me, at
yeah,
least, carrying
I
the
don't know
ball.
about
He's not
carrying
a
the ball
natural
yet.
six. He's definitely not a natural six, but he did a great job in there. To your point, if you're playing that, high and wide bombing fullbacks, yeah, you're gonna need an absolute just monster in the middle, like a Caicedo or a Rodri before the injury. We're just that middle of the park is safe. So again, maybe that's a concern. I mean, I said it like 2 months ago when they made the Frimpong to Kırkız. I don't know exactly how they set up or what it looks like in possession,
Yeah.
but Slot's earned the right to pick and choose the players he wants to bring in and how he wants to set them up after what he did last year.